Hello everyone, I hope you're doing good and staying safe. Welcome to yet another interesting tutorial on SQL Left Join by SimpliCode. In today's session, we'll learn about the SQL Left Join statement and execute in MySQL Workbench. More on that soon, but before we get started, if you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe to our channel SimpliCode to stay updated with all the latest tech content and hit that bell icon to never miss an update from us. So without any further delay, let's get started with today's topic. Let's just have a quick recap on what is SQL Left Join. So, SQL Left Outer Join, also known as Left Join, results in a table containing all the rows from the table on the left side of the join, that is the first table, and only the rows that satisfy the join condition from the table on the right side of the join, that is the second table. The missing values for the rows from the right table in the resultant table of the join are represented by null values. For example, if you consider here two tables, that is table A and table B, which is values 1, 2, 3, 4 in table A and 3, 4, 5, 6 in table B. Now if you apply left join for both these tables, it will display only the values from the left table, that is 1, 2, and the matching values from the right table, that is 3, 4. So the resultant table will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us now understand the syntax of the SQL left join statement. The syntax is followed as select column lists. These are basically the columns that you want to display in your resultant table from table 1, left join, which is the keyword we are using here, table 2 on table 1 dot column equals to table 2 dot column. Now here you have to mention the a common attribute on the basis of which you are joining these two tables. So now that we've understood about SQL left join, let us now jump into MySQL Workbench to execute this using various examples. As you can see, MySQL Workbench has started, and on the home page, on the left side in the schema section, you can view the databases and the tables that are present. So in this case, we have the database SimpliCode and various tables in that, such as customer, department table, employee, orders, and etc. Now in order to execute this left join statement, we'll be going to use customer and the orders tables. So let me just display the values from both these tables. For that, I'll use the select clause, select star from customer, which is the table name. So let us just execute. So as you can see, the customer table has various fields such as customer ID, customer name, age, address, and their phone numbers. Similarly, let us go to another tab and display the values that are present in orders table. Select star from the table, that is orders. So let us execute this statement. So as you can see in the output, the orders table has various fields such as product ID, customer ID, product name, that is the product they have purchased, quantity, the price of the product, and the purchase date. Now let's say if I want to fetch the details of all the customers and the product details that they have purchased, I'll have to connect these two tables, that is customer and the orders table, to get the resultant table. Now for that, I'll use the left join statement. So let me just take another tab and execute the statement. So the following query would be select, mention the column names that you want to fetch in your resultant table. So I'm going to take here alias name for both the customer and the orders table as C and O. That's because instead of writing the full name of the tables each and every time, you can just simply use an alias name, which is a temporary name, which will save time as well. So for customer table, I'm taking as C. So I want to display the customer ID. So C dot customer ID. I want to display the customer name, customer's address. So C dot address. Now from the orders table, I want to mention the product's name that they've purchased, the quantity, price, and purchase date. So we have taken O as the alias name for our table. So O dot purchase name, product name that they have purchased. I also want to display the quantity. So O dot quantity, its price as well, O dot price, and the purchase date, O dot purchase date from the table, first table, that is customer, mention the alias name C, left join, which is the keyword, on the second table, that is orders O on, mention the condition on which you are joining these two tables. So as you can see, we can find the customer ID and the customer ID in both the customer and the orders table. So we'll mention the customer ID as the common attribute here. So C dot customer ID equals to O dot customer ID. So let us just execute the statement and see the output. So as you can see, it will display the customer ID, customer name, address, product name, quantity, price and purchase date of the customers in our resultant table. Now let us understand what exactly the left join statement is doing here. Firstly, the database checks each and every row of the table and looks for a match in the right table based on the related columns. Now if a match is found, the data from the right table is added to the corresponding row of the left table. Now you can see customers having customer ID 10110, 10120, 10130 and 1014140. We have the details present in the first table as well as the second table, that is orders. So it will display all those records. And then if there are multiple matches, now in this case we can see a customer name Ajay is having two different records, who has bought sofa set and a TV. So the rows in the left table are duplicated here, that is the records are repeated in the resultant table in order to include all the records from the right table. So now for all the columns that you have fetched from the right table, that is orders, which is not satisfying the join conditions, then the values present in the columns will be resultant as null. That means if there is no matching value found from the right table, it will simply retain the row from the left table and inserts null into the corresponding columns of the right table. Now let me just explain this. Now if you see here, the customers like Adarsh and Pranay, who are having details in the first table, that is customer table, but they do not have their details in the orders table. So there is no sign of any their customer ID in the order table. That's why we do not have their details present in the resultant table. So it will just show the null values here. So basically left join is a combination of inner join, we can say, because it just checks the matching values from both the tables first, and then it will check for any additional or extra values that are left out from the left table, that is the table 1. Now you might have a question that when to use and why to use the left join. Like there are times when you want to keep rows from the first table that don't have any corresponding records in the second table. Now in this case, if you consider our example, we might want to see information about all the customers in our resultant table, even if they didn't place any orders. So in that case, we'll use the left join, which will be used to combine data from two tables so that all the rows from the left table are included in the resultant set, even if there is no matching value from the right table. So with that, we have come to the end of today's session, guys. That was all about the SQL left join statement. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you found this tutorial informative and helpful. And if you have any further queries regarding any of the topics that were covered in the tutorial, feel free to let us know in the comment section below, and a team of experts will be more than happy to resolve all your queries at the earliest. Until next time, stay safe and keep coding.